Hey, Faithway, Pastor Welch here with our halftime report. Man, just a recap from last Sunday. We had a great time in our education hour at 10 talking about how to help people or how to introduce people to Christ. And we talked about our life, how it should be a shining example for the Lord, but we also said the gospel needs to be preached. How we live will help people validate our message. And we're not perfect, and that's kind of part of our living. We need to be real about that. We're imperfect people, but we're on a path of growing to become more like Jesus Christ, and that's the work of the Holy Spirit in us. The gospel needs to be preached. The problem of our world is that we're in a sin curse. We've inherited it, we've chosen it, and we're going to be doomed by it. The solution is the gospel of Jesus Christ. He came as God in the flesh to die in our place, granting forgiveness to all who put their faith in Him. Our part is trusting in that message, trusting in that person of Jesus Christ. He shed His blood as payment for our sin, and now we have received. We can receive that forgiveness by placing our faith in Jesus Christ. That was a great conversation we had, and this next week we're going to be looking at continuing to grow in that gospel message. Then the 11 o'clock hour, we looked at John's disciples getting confused about religious tradition. They thought externalism, trying to make it look like they loved God, or trying to fit into what they thought would please God within a religious traditional system, was enough. And as they would learn, and as anybody who tries that method would learn, that it will burn you out, because we're not able to. We were never meant to fulfill all of those things. Only Jesus can. So Jesus, with the response, is the religious tradition is not enough. You cannot mix gospel with religious tradition to get saved. It has to be the gospel, the new life in Him. You need the new bottle and the new wine. You need a trusted piece of cloth put upon the torn garment. And Jesus is that way, the truth, and the life. And no man can come to the Father but by Him. So we learned some great things with that. This next Sunday, we're going to be looking at two wonderful healings. Now, Jesus is going to heal two people, and the point of the whole thing isn't the fact that Jesus is powerful enough to heal. There's more, and it's going to help us grow in our faith with Him this Sunday at 11. Sunday night, we looked at 1 Thessalonians 2, the end of it. We looked at suffering. We looked at how the gospel continues to go forth. Now we're going to look at 1 Thessalonians 3, and we're going to look at some anxiety, how Paul handled anxiety in his call to follow God. And you probably have some anxiety in your life. This would be a great message for you to hear, great message for you to apply to your life as we are living in some anxious days. God is able to sustain us through the anxiety of our lives, and we're going to learn how Sunday afternoon at 2:30. Well, some things coming up at Faithway. Here's some great opportunities for us to just get in and be encouraging and be encouraged at Faithway. Of course, Mother's Day, going to have a very special day, May 12th, at 11 o'clock. I look forward to having all you faithful mothers celebrated and show how you point to Christ. And then the May 18th, we're going to have the Ladies Pampered Day. I forget the exact term, but the Pampered Day for the ladies, for all ladies and girls at my house. I won't be there, so you will be extra pampered by my wife, my kids. Several of you have already discussed what's going to happen, and I am so grateful that we can serve you in this way. God bless you. I will see you this Sunday as the Lord allows us to continue to serve and labor with Him.